if I had my option, I would choose a square, because somehow it's like the works of John Carpenter, who always shoots 2-3-5, right? Somehow I feel that when you really go in that long style, it really feels, then it becomes like a big movie. It becomes more like a polished movie, you know? And somehow it doesn't feel as intimate to me as when you kind of move away from that, you know? You move into something, it becomes almost more personal. I'm deeply suspicious of Hollywood, and I'm really suspicious of doing even a $20 million film, because the number of people involved and who you have to answer to becomes really, really difficult. And I think you lose, the more money it is, you lose more control, and the less personal the film becomes. So I am pursuing a few projects that I think I could do something really interesting with. But again, I remain really, really wary.
Too much of a bother?
It's okay, detective. I'm glad I could help.
Good.
You should be careful of your imagination. Late at night, when I watch a horror movie on TV, I sometimes dream the most terrible things.
I didn't dream it, Miss Turner. And I don't watch horror movies.
I have to say I'm not a big fan of a lot of the genre movies right now, like the Saw movies. This real obsession with only the mutilation in close-up of the flesh that seems to be really the greatest interest right now, but without any like I said, any personal touches. It just feels like an arbitrary cruelness that feels very nihilistic to me, and I find disturbing. And maybe it's just because I'm getting older. I believe as a filmmaker, if this is what you choose to work with, you have a great responsibility. And I don't mean that as like, well, you have to have the bad guy die or something like that. You know, I don't mean that at all. I just mean that you have to have a reason for its existence. And even if that reason is to say nothing, that there is no reason for anything, you know, but it has to be presented in a way, for me, or it has to be a very aware, conscious decision of why you're using this, why you're using these images of cruelty and violence, and what is it saying. And I feel that a lot of these films today are saying nothing. They really are just there for a certain spectacle.